back then, but even more now. It's easier to feel it when it's your child, when forever is the only thing you want now. Middleman with the baton, pass it on down. Pass what he gave me to mine in due time. From how to put a fist in the air to shooting 5, to how to not give in the fear when the blues arrive. He said my only job was making sure you survive. Duly noted, all the direction that you was throwing, I might not have known where it led, but I knew the motive. So all the conversations that might have turned into more was to keep me from writing from the other side of the wall. My friends never had they pop, so you became it. Yours died when you was a child, so you related. Taught us that everything you are and what becomes of you is usually everything that be in front of you. Believe it, young and do believe it. Superhero dad, capes on, nah, we get it. And this one is a song for my father, let the radio repeat it. A song for my father, let the radio repeat it. A song for my father, let the radio repeat it. Like every day's Father's Day weekend. Celebrate it, celebrate it, celebrate it. Yeah, celebrate it, celebrate it. Day that the baton came to me, heart started jumping when your mom came to me and said that you was cooking. I was overlooking Brooklyn, knowing we had to leave, cause I wanted you to see more when you repeat after me. You was born, I was torn, a feeling never before, but I knew the world waiting for you was forevermore. A heavy cop that's out of pocket with his rep in his hand, and every word thrown at me to make me less of a man was all fully aligned here for you to take part in. So put your whole chest in whatever you put your heart in. I put it on the table, there's nothing that could surprise you. Keep you the wiser for they try to Corey wise you, right? Miles the miracle, heavy part of your breath. Doctors told me my only hope was IVF. So know that everything that you are and what becomes of you is usually everything that be in front of you. Believe it, young and do believe it. Superhero dad, capes on, nah, we get it. And this one is a song for my father, let the radio repeat it. A song for my father, let the radio repeat it. A song for my father, let the radio repeat it. Like every day's Father's Day weekend. Celebrate it, celebrate it, celebrate it. Yeah, celebrate it, celebrate it. If there was ever a man who was generous, gracious, and good, that was my dad. Hollow tipped his way out the hood, shot through it and showed me how to hop to it. Like never let nobody ever say what you not doing, unless it's me. Same rule apply to the one that I made. Only one I'll give it to if he wanted my lane. All yours, nothing that I won't provide. From the first time that you saw the world and you opened mine, my pop made sure that I was all the way fine, even when him and my moms were saying all their goodbyes. So shout out to my mother and all the mothers for their comforting. The best ones got a father that's in love with them, right? So this is for the father support, the ones that you couldn't pay enough to walk out the door, and the ones who know that everything you are and what becomes of you is usually everything that be in front of you. Believe it, young and do believe it. Superhero dad, capes on, nah, we get it. And this one is a song for my father, let the radio repeat it. A song for my father, let the radio repeat it. A song for my father, let the radio repeat it. Like every day's Father's Day weekend. Celebrate it, celebrate it, celebrate it. Yeah, celebrate it, celebrate it. Can believe it, young and do believe it. Superhero dad, capes on, nah, we get it. And this one is a song for my father, let the radio repeat it. A song for my father, let the radio repeat it. A song for my father, let the radio repeat it. Like every day's Father's Day weekend. Celebrate it, celebrate it, celebrate it, yeah. If there was ever a man who was generous, gracious, and good, that was my dad, the man. A human being so true, he could live like a king, cause he knew the real pleasure in life, right? All the fathers, myself included, yourself included.